streaming. Rock and roll. Let's just see if this is working. Well, only one way to find out, which is good. Excellent connection. It seems to be going okay, guys. How is everyone going? If you're there, jump in the chat. Hello, everybody. I'm going to just do some alterations to everything, so you might just see what we're going to be talking about tonight. But it's very exciting. I'm on the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation channel. This is fantastic. How is everyone going? Let me make some alterations before we get going. If anyone is in the chat, if anyone's jumped in, come and say g'day. Hope everyone's going well. What a weekend of arm wrestling, that's for sure. As you can see, I'm just going through. I try and be a bit clever sometimes, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work, but that is okay. There's a bit of doodling and farting around. How is everyone going? We'll get started in a minute. Jess Ward goes bang, bang, bang. That's what we want to see. Live comments as they happen. Let's just close that. How is everyone going? This is fantastic. Jumping on the live stream. Pretty impromptu live stream at the moment, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind if anyone doesn't jump in. That's not a problem at all. Just having a bit of a play around because I want to talk arm wrestling because so much is happening in the arm wrestling world. I want to talk about it. So if you don't watch it now, you can watch it a bit later on, and that is fine. If anyone else is in the chat, let me know. Come say g'day. Come say bang. What a weekend of arm wrestling, and what a week we've got coming up, and I want to have a chat with everyone. But at the moment, this is the way it's looking. I think that'll go. How is everyone going? Who's around? Beautiful at the table goes bang. Cheers to you. I'll just wait 30 seconds or so and I'll get straight into it. People can watch this afterwards. I do not care. I am so excited about what's happening. Sorry for the early fiddling and farting around. Trying to be clever. Chris Hex gives it the old bang. Great to see, Chrissy boy. What a weekend of arm wrestling we're going to get into and some upcoming stuff. We'll talk about what's happening in the world of Australian arm wrestling, but also what is happening in the world of arm wrestling, not just Australia, as everything appears to be rocking and rolling. I'm going to turn my phone basically off. They've stuffed up the thumbnail, but that's okay. I can change it. Because it says, cheers to you guys. It wouldn't let me change the thumbnail, so it's saying Women of Arm Wrestling. I'll have a quick squeeze, but it won't let me change the thumbnail, but that's okay. I'll change it afterwards. It's not about Women of Arm Wrestling. I have got some things that I want to talk about. I've got the live chat going down the stream. I don't care if anyone's not here, but I'm glad I've got Chris X here. I've got Brock from At The Table who just released a video. Go check him. Let's get right into it. There's only one thing to talk about straight off the bat, and let's see how it goes. And that was the match that happened in Perth. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. How do I explain it, ladies and gentlemen? For those that don't know, we're supposed to have a match to determine the number one arm wrestler in Australia. The number one heavyweight was supposed to be the Anvil Lachlan Adair, trying to take the crown from the Milkman Ryan Scott. But what happened was COVID kicked us in the ass again. Very, very annoying. Very annoying, very frustrating. Hate it, can't stand it. So then Ryan flew over, he wanted to film it, he wanted to pull Ben Carroll, but that fell through. Then ended up pulling Ryan Scott himself, and in an absolute dominant display, ended up winning 3-1. So what I want to know, does this make Ryan Bowen number one in Australia? In my eyes, in the heavyweight division, yes it does. Yes it does. I'm a bit old school. To be the man, you've got to beat the man. Now, it's very frustrating for Lachlan not to have that match. It was his match to happen. But Ryan came in, went bang, very dominant display. Round 1, went to the straps. Ryan engaged some shoulder, got in tight, was able to get the pin. Round 2, they tried to go to the straps, but Milkman held on to Blue's fingers, made him go dead purple. Bang, got the pin, went 1-1. Fantastic that was. Absolutely fantastic. Round 3, Joshy Barker's just jumped in. Don't know how. I'll have to fix the thumbnail, guys, afterwards. But if you can tell everyone we're rocking and rolling in here, I'll have to change the thumbnail afterwards. Because we're live and it's all a bit of fun. Joshy Barker, g'day to you. Round 3, rumour has it, Milkman hurt his shoulder round 2. I was having a chat with some people in Western Australia. Said something might have gone a bit wrong there. Round 3, round 4, Ryan shows his technical display, he shows his side pressure display, he shows every single thing about it that makes him fantastic. Makes him fantastic in the sport. Guys in the chat, tell me what you thought of this match. Does this make Ryan number 1? There's so many questions, so much excitement. Does this make Ryan Bowen number 1? I said yes. I'm the old Ric Flair. What happens now for Ryan? Should he take on anyone in Australia? And I'll get to some future matches in a moment, but Ryan has gone bang, beat the Milkman in a very technical and powerful display. So congratulations to you, Ryan Bowen. Also, congratulations to Ryan Scott, the Milkman. When you've been training for a specific opponent, and he would have been training for Lachlan, would have studied Lachy's stuff, would have, done everything, and then 12 hours beforehand, the match isn't on, and you get to take on Ryan Bowen. 2 different styles of pullers. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting there. So that, good on the Milkman for taking it. He could have just sat back, sat in his throne and says, I am the king. But unfortunately, the king has been dethroned. What happens now for Ryan Scott? Sorry. Too excited. I'm having a bourbon. Too excited. Chris Hex, thanks for jumping in the chat, says, still has to pull Brett and Ben first, I think. So, for me, Ryan won Arnold's, won Nationals. That makes him number 1. Why does he... Brett won in the under 95s. No, under 100 kilos, which, that's kind of a heavyweight. I kind of get where you're going with that, Chris. How, because it's blue, if this was someone else, if this is someone else, does blue have to jump through all these hurdles? If this was Lachy, did that automatically make him number 1? If this was Brett, does that automatically make him number 1? Because this is blue, has everyone jumped in? We've got Sergio Mappus. Sergio, do you still have Brett over blue? Very good question. I was just mentioning before, Sergio. So Sergio's referring to, I did a video the other day. Go back and check it in the archives if you haven't. I have done a video of my top 5 heavyweight arm wrestlers in Australia. And it went number 5, Blue Bowen, number 4, Brett Cootes, number 3, Lachy Adair, number 2, Ben Carroll, number 1, Ryan Scott. Now, for my opinion, to go with Sergio, I'm very old-fashioned. I like a bit of boxing. I like a bit of mixed martial arts. Excuse me. Got a bit of a scratchy throat, just been commentating way too much. For me, if you beat the champ, you are the champ. That's the way I see it. If you're in the MMA and you take on Conor McGregor and he's the title holder, you beat Conor McGregor, regardless of your ranking, you are the title holder. Now, I know Blue's come out and says he doesn't feel like he's number 1. I know he wants a few matches and then a bit of a grand final. Ryan Scott's still in there. So, where does that put Ryan Scott on the list? Ryan, very good display, and I hope your shoulder isn't sore. Very good display, but where does that put Ryan? Does that put him back at number 2? Does he flip with Blue and that becomes number 5? I don't think he goes down that low. I think it just shuffles. I think Blue becomes number 1, Ryan becomes number 2, Ben 3, Lachy 4, Brett 5. Josh Barker jumps in and says, yeah, but Blue said he can't beat Lachlan right now, even if his life depended on it. Top 3, I'll put Ryan. That's fine if he says it, but he still beat the best. I understand where Blue is going with this Joshy boy. I do get it. But for me, Ryan's number 1. I feel bad for Lachy. Because this was his match, his moment. He has been gunning for this 12, 18 months. And unfortunately, Ryan Bowen's done a bit of a Stephen Bradbury and fallen over the line and taken it. Well, not fallen over the line, beat a very credible opponent. So that doesn't make... I don't think that makes Lachy number 1 because Lachy and Ryan haven't really had a super match to determine where they sit. They've had some practice runs at their training and things like that. And Blue they're brothers in arms, Blue and Lachy. And of course, Blue saying Lachy's so strong and things like that. For me, Blue's number 1. I'm going to have a chat with Blue hopefully on Good Friday. I'll get to that a bit later on. But for me, this puts Blue number 1. It has to. Someone tell me why it doesn't. But what we've got to understand, there is so many top pullers. Modest Handshake has jumped in. That being said, Blue has openly admitted he cannot touch the man. And that's fine. I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with Blue saying that he can't beat Lachy. But that doesn't matter. Blue's beaten the official number 1 in Australia. And that's we can split hairs and things like that. I just love the discussion. I'll get to that. Blue says he can't touch Lachy at the moment, and that's fine, but they haven't had a match to determine it. Blue said he was sore. Blue said he had surgery and things like that, and then goes on and beats the Milkman, with hardly any notice. So you don't know what will happen if they pull in a competition. Yes, Ryan has openly said that Lachy's got him, but who knows? Lachy might have an off day. Blue comes in, but if you just see Lachy, he's looking absolutely thick. What have we got? The chat's coming in. What have I missed? Modest Handshake at the table makes it messy when all the top guys compete internationally. Yeah, absolutely. But that's good. We need Australia to start competing internationally. Absolutely. And not just heavyweights, but because the heavyweights have been pulling on the weekend. That's why we're talking about it. Oh, ham sandwiches, Abe. Oh, guys. Gold Coast Powerhouse. Oh, Gold Coast Powerhouse Club. This is fantastic. Just want to make sure I haven't missed any comments. No, I haven't. Shout out to the Powerhouse Club, the Powerhouse Gold Coast Club. Hope to get up there soon. Abe. Abe's the president. Abe's a hype man. Abe does so much. He builds the tables. Shout out to you, Ham Sandwich. Abe, my man, can't wait to have a beer with you guys soon and jump on the table, just so long as you guys can get your state right, so I can go up and visit very, very soon. Hoping to be in the Gold Coast in May. Oh, no, April, May and June. I'm hoping to be up there. May and June, 2 separate visits, so long as Brisbane don't ruin it for us. I've got all the love in the world for the Powerhouse Armwrestling Gold Coast. Sergio, Lachy would likely have beat Scott considering Lachy is stronger, but Blue is a lot better, faster. Going to the straps than Lachy. Outside the straps, Milkman's strong. Nothing wrong with what you're saying there, Sergio. Absolutely. You saw in round 2 when the Milkman clamped on and just took him down and went bang and held on to the fingers. If the Milkman held on to Ryan's fingers, it was a whole different ball game. Ryan wanted the straps, he got the straps. Ryan played the game that he wanted. Maybe all that chess playing is going well. Anyone else there playing chess? because apparently that's the new arm wrestling thing to do. I'm rubbish at chess. Actually, I'm rubbish at arm wrestling as well, but so much fun doing it. Modest handshake. It puts him number one until him and Adair hold hands. It's respectable, but it'll be short-lived. Yeah, I'm with you. To be the man, you got to beat the man. It can be an interim number one. You can call it what you like, but for me, Lachy's number one. For me, Blue's number one. Lachy and Blue, when they get back home, have a match, have a proper sanctioned match, and then we can go from there. Not a problem. That's not a problem at all. What have we got at the table? 24th of April, States, Western Australia. Get that ass over there. And that's the bottom line. Because Brock at the table says so. I get sucked into any wrestling quotes. That's right. 24th of April in Western Australia, where that super match was. The state titles are going to be over there. 24th of April. Hoping to get over there. Really hoping to get over there. At the table, I've got some homework for you. Find out about border restrictions for people from Melbourne. I'm struggling to find anything. It's still saying that I've got to quarantine for 2 weeks when I get over there. Try and find something for me for anyone coming from Melbourne, because I want to get over there. But often I want to get over to Perth and check out the WA titles. Sergio, I disagree though. Blue willingly wanted to test his hook outside the straps. If Blue committed to slipping and getting the straps in round 2, it would have been 3-0 in my opinion. If you go through all my videos very early on, I have been one of the few people flying the blue flag. Ooh, the blue flag. Even gave him a few rounds against RVJ. I think it's the real deal, guys. Yeah, with that cough, 2 weeks for sure. I sound like a 40-a-day smoker. What's been happening is I've just been commentating like there's no tomorrow. I love commentating, videos, talking, live stream, whatever is happening. That's why my throat's a bit scratchy and I've got to keep coughing. But nothing like a good bourbon will fix everybody. Modest handshake. Where are you from? Let me know in the comments where you are from. Modest handshake. Which Australians do you reckon will do well at over-the-top comp? And more importantly, which Aussies do you reckon is going to dress the most 80s? What a loaded gun question. Bang! Yes. Okay. Depending, I'm going to do like a predictions video later on. But if I'm going now, depending on who turns up, obviously Blue and Lachy are in the mix. Not sure if Ben Carroll's coming over. Ben Carroll will come on either my podcast or a live stream in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Thank you to At the Table for that. Then we've got... Oh, of course it is, Nick. Of course it is, my man. You're a champion. So then I'll have that. So if I go from each state and specific category. So if I go to Western Australia and... Brock Lewis takes arm wrestling seriously for the next few months. If Luke Ramponi and Jamie Carl takes arm wrestling seriously, and when I say seriously, full-time, flat out, I think those 3 from Western Australia can make some noise. Maybe not in the overalls, but in their category. Those 3 from Western Australia. If I come to South Australia... Obviously, your normal answer's Taron Broad. But Matt Connolly. I don't know if you guys are following Matt Connolly and seeing what he's doing in South Australia. One, the guy's in phenomenal shape. He might need a lot of work to do. But if he cuts weight, he just he just lives and breathes arm wrestling. He's going to charity events. He's going to pancake festivals, Polish sausage festivals. He is shipping everywhere in South Australia. The dude just loves the sport. Make some content and things like that. If anyone's, chuck his details in the comments there. I quite like Matt Connolly. And also Shelton Bird in the women's division, in the lightweight women's division. We'll go up north. I don't know anyone. Oh, if I'm anyone from Darwin, it's Sarah Rodwell. She's the only puller I know from Darwin. She always does well. Strong. What do the young kids say? Strong AF. Then we've got. So we're going to go to Queensland. Obviously, you've got Blue and Lachy looking good. Sam Burnett in the lightweight division. Really huge fan of Sam Burnett. Him and his brothers are upcoming. One guy I'm a big fan of. Look, he'll get pins, but the dude's like 14, 15 years old. Jamie Barrett. Saw him pull at state titles in Queensland. The dude's 14, 15 and looked fantastic. Studies the game, wants the game, loves the game. Man, where else am I going? New South Wales. If anyone's from the Canberra and Newcastle club, the two new clubs that are coming, hit me up in the comments. Obviously, you can't go past Mario Tambachus, and we're going to have a chat about him a bit later on. Down south, if Brett Cootes turns up, Brett Cootes makes noise. Plain and simple. I love the way Andy from the Andy and Mario show, I don't like to call him Andy Lee because we've got Andrew Lee that runs the comp, so I'll call him Andy from the Andy and Mario show. Just wants it. Him and Henry Mullet, super keen. Them two just really live and breathe arm wrestling, so I'm really cool on them. And the people that will dress up well, this guy is still trying to decide which character will turn up. President Phil Rasmussen will dress up really well. A few internationals, if they can get over, are super keen. From the House of Pain, Seps. Get on the Seps. He will come absolutely loaded. I reckon he'll be top notch for best dressed. Who have we got? If Fatali pulls his finger out. Is Fatali still injured? Because Fatali is just a naturally strong dude. Fatali is fantastic. Great dude as well. He's unbelievable. Big fan of what he's going. Yeah, if everyone could like the video, that would be great. That would help the algorithms. It's probably my fault on this one because I've got I couldn't change the thumbnail. So when people are scrolling, it looks like I'm doing the women's live stream again. And when they click on and realise there's no women, the Aussie ArmWrestlers dropped the ball there. But that's all right. We'll move on. Keep the comments. Keep them all going, guys. I'll answer as many questions as I can. Did anyone see Lachy on YouTube? Bang! Lachy Adair has gone bang. Very exciting. Before I get on to Lachy, Sergio jumps in. Let's be honest, if Danny Tesh participates, the only guy who could stop him is maybe Levan on a good day. Maybe. I don't think Danny will turn up. I don't even think Danny will turn up to watch. Because now he's been made bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, Neil Pickup's a huge fan. He makes songs of him. He always puts posters up on his show. I don't think Danny will actually turn up to the event. He just doesn't like all of that. I've been gagging and harassing him to get on the show, but he just doesn't like it. So Danny Tesh won't get in there. Oh, Jules, welcome to the chat. Jules, welcome. Yeah, Seps will come in with his Red Blaster shirt. I think there'll be quite a few Red Blaster shirts going on. That'll be unreal. So keen for Over the Top. Oh, I can't wait. I'm thinking I'm either going to turn up as John Grizzly or the actual announcer and get the old school. He's got the yellow foam microphone and things like that. I'm actually going for that as well. Did anyone see Lachy on YouTube today? Started a YouTube channel, pulls no punches. Says he would have absolutely wiped the floor with Ryan Scott in the shape that he was in, you know, compared to the shape that Lachy was in, because Lachy, thick, what are the words kids say? Looked unreal. Oh, yeah, and I had a bet with Andrew Lee from the House of Pain. I was on Team Lachy for sure. But he comes out and he wants a king of the table. One man, one king. I think his video is one man, one king or something like that. He wants to pull Matea. Hedda Morris from New Zealand. He wants to pull him first, stay on the table. He wants to pull Ben Carroll, stay on the table. He wants to pull Ryan Bowen after that. 3 matches in a row to show everyone, to show the world. This man has got a fire in his belly now that is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And I'd be really annoyed if I was Lachy about what's happened on the weekend. It was like an 8-hour difference between him and Blue. If Lachy had flew like 8 or 9 hours earlier, he would have pulled, and I'd be sitting here saying Lachlan Adair's the number 1 in Australia. But yeah, he will have a fire in his body. You saw how hard he trained now and missed out on the match. Mate, keep your eye on Lachy. Oh, wow. If anyone is going to make some pretty big noise at Over the Top, I'm on the train. I am on the train. I mean, I was always on the train, but now this is after seeing what happened in Western Australia. Shout out to the Perth boys. I heard you put on a great event. I heard your hospitality was fantastic, so I can't wait to experience that myself. Unreal, modest handshake, thick. Yeah, absolutely. Ham sandwich. If there was one person you would pick to drink petrol during Over the Top. A few people that I think would actually contemplate it. Seps and Jules from Victoria. Very unique cats. I'd be quoting it the whole time. Oh, who would be someone? I mean, if it was Jim Beam Oil, you throw in Mario. Oh, geez, what a good question. What a good question. That's unreal. Oh, I reckon if you got Gabriel Fish drunk enough, the old fish and chips of arm wrestling, I reckon he might even contemplate it. Man, don't drink petrol, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be silly. Don't drink petrol. But wowee. That would be hilarious. That'd be hilarious if someone did it. Mate, absolutely keen. Tom Day, huge supporter of the Aussie ArmWrestler. Thank you, Tom Day. He's jumped in the chat. Keen AF to see Over the Top now. Do you mean the competition in November, or do you mean the movie? Because if you haven't seen the movie, in fact, public service announcement, if anyone in the chat or anyone who watches this video later on, if you have not... Whoop, I've knocked over my microphone. If you have not seen Over the Top, go and see it now. Or you're not invited. What are we... John, hang on, I'm missing out on the comments. Where am I? Josh Barker, did you see Kyle Howarth and Ryan practice pool? I've seen a little bit of it. Josh. Kyle's just a strong guy. He's always been a strong guy. I remember he challenged Ryan a while ago at I think it was the Queensland state titles in 2019. Kyle's a strong guy. Very, very strong guy. I'm not, and I've been talking to Brock Lewis at the table a bit because I want to see more of Western Australia. That state's got so much talent and we just don't see it. So they get fallen behind. So if you're in the chat, go have a chat to at the table and, check out his channels and things like that. At the table says John Dabo. I don't think he'll make it over. Good on him if he does. I heard he's flipped his life around. Fun fact about John Dabo, don't know how to pronounce your last name. He was my first hater. Absolutely gave it to me in messages. About 9 months ago. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious because I wouldn't put him on the show. But that's okay. Jules, yeah, Andrew Lee from the House of Pain would absolutely give it a crack. Very good nomination about the petrol drinking. Andrew Lee if he gets ramped up 100%. But guys, go check out, where am I pointing here? Go check out Locky's YouTube channel. Anyone else that's in there, go check out their YouTube channels as well. Let's all support Australian arm wrestling. But this was hilarious. Lochy has a fire in his eyes. And it's unbelievable. Unbelievable how it's all going to happen. I'm worried. I am worried. Guys, what do you think about... I've got this off Uncle John, if you guys know Uncle John's Arm Wrestling. He's starting to put his live comments in the chat. Obviously, mine don't look as fancy as his. But do you like the live comments on the screen? Let me know. I think they're a bit of fun. Josh, is there any international pools confirmed? I think it's all to do with COVID. So the people that I've been speaking to, Ryan Espy, Cody Merritt, Uncle John. I haven't spoken to Devon, but Devon was there for the announcement. He wants to come over. Giannis wants to come over. Jeff Hale wants to come over. I think that two things will determine who... Nancy Locke might be coming over. Guys, if you haven't checked out my interview with Nancy Locke on the Aussie ArmWrestler channel, go and check it out. So much fun. So much fun. Go and check that out. Any other internationals? Can't think of too many, but every time I do a live stream in that, Joshy, throw that comment in there. I'm very humbled at the conversations I have with some of the people all over the world. Very, very humbled about what the Aussie Arm Wrestlers being able to bring and bring people over there. I invited Michael and Rebecca Todd. But yeah, so the two things that will stop international pools. Number one, obviously, that garbage that we call COVID. As you saw with Lachy, things can change like that. The second thing is, everyone is waiting to see who is coming over. Because everyone, they don't really want to pull for the $500, per category. They want to pull for the $10,000. And if you're going to spend $2,000 to come over, you want to give yourself the best chance of being the overall. So yes, Giannis would love to come over. But if a Devon and a Michael Todd and a Ryan Espy are coming over, Giannis being like 75 kilos or whatever he weighs, it's going to be very hard for him to win the overalls. Look, I just want them all to come over and hang out with the Aussie Arm Wrestler and hang out with my Australian arm wrestling family. Without you guys, there's no such thing as the Aussie Arm Wrestler. It is unreal. Josh, you're just going to turn up just to get autographs. Are autographs still a thing? Get photos, mate. Have you got an iPhone? Get photos. Do people still do autographs anymore? Not too sure. But guys, some things that are coming up that I'm very excited. Wednesday night at the Hop, Melbourne. Obviously, hopefully COVID doesn't stuff it up, but wowee! Do we have a match that's happening? Wow! Bang! So excited about this one. As you can see in the photo, Mario Tambachus versus Brett Cootes. Probably my number 4 or number 5 in Australia versus my number 6, number 7. I probably should have done a top 10 heavyweight, not a top 5. Maybe I'll do a big countdown. Oh, there's so many options. This match, left hand, Wednesday night. So it'll be Wednesday night, about 8 o'clock Melbourne time. We're still in daylight savings at the moment. What's my professional prediction? I will tell you right now what is happening in this match. Come close. Come close to the screen. Let Uncle Aussie Arm Wrestler speak to you. What's going to happen if it's left hand? It's Brett. I believe it's a left hand match. Mario, I drink Jim Beam for you. Love hanging out with you. You're a solid dude. But Brett's left is something else. And I love you for taking this match. Love it. Love it that you don't care if you lose. I still give you a puncher's chance. Absolutely. And I give you a huge chance on the right hand as well. A massive chance. That could almost flip my prediction when it's right hand. But left hand, I still think Brett's the man in Australia. Brett and Lachy, 1 and 2. That'd be a good match, left hand. That's what I think. What does What does everyone think about this match that's happening Wednesday night? Give me your left-hand predictions. Give me your right-hand predictions. Give it to me out of best of 5. Best of 5. Geez, I'm missing Oli, but comments. Tom Day, oh yes, didn't know about this. Be there for sure. Get there, and there might be a little bonus super match. There might be a little bonus super match there. I might be pulling on Wednesday night. There's a young fella. He wants to have a super match. He's much stronger than me. He's a newer guy. Josh Zannon, very nice guy. Him and his brother have turned up and made a bit of noise. They're very strong people. And I think we're going to have a bit of a left arm buggery play around. So that might be the precursor to the Mario and Brett match. So I might have a bit of a left arm play around. If that's the case, I want to live stream it, but copyright issues and things like that. We play music so loud at the House of Pain, so I just might have to film it, commentate it, everything afterwards. Where have we got? Modest handshake. Where's my money at? Yeah, left hand, Brett. Right hand, Mario. But Brett's Brett, man. Brett's Brett. Chiseled from stone. Phenomenal. Ham sandwich. I'm loving Lachy's energy at the moment. What's your pick for Lachy versus Matarangi? And apologies, Mateo, if I get your name wrong, from New Zealand. Feel like both made huge gains. Well, good night at the table. He does night shift and things like that. So appreciate you even hanging out. Go check out At the Table. Hopefully, and I'll mention it soon. Hopefully, I'll be doing a bit of a live stream on my channel, and I'm hoping. So I'll let you know, guys. Good Friday live stream. I'm hoping to have Mateo. I'm hoping to have Ryan Bowen, and I'm hoping to have Lachlan Adair. All three on Good Friday morning. Lock that in now. Lock it in now. To answer your question, Ham Sandwich. To answer your question, left hand, Lachy. But man, Mutties, geez, he can lift some weights. And I think he went over to Romania for Worlds and got some pins and things like that. Fantastic. Oh, just ridiculous. Unbelievable stuff. Yeah, that's a really interesting one. But I think just the way Lachy is, I'm leaning towards Lachy at the moment. He wants it. He's hungry. I'm not sure how much pulling Mateo does because he just shows us all of his lifts. But he's a phenomenal puller himself. But I think my money's with Lachy on that one. But Friday, Good Friday. Head over to the Aussie ArmWrestler channel and we'll discuss all of that. Tambachus Armwrestling. Hey, see you Saturday. Oh, are you coming down this Saturday, Taryn? Tambachus, are you down in Melbourne this Saturday? Answer me now in the comments. Chris Hex. Mario is definitely going to win on both. Yeah, good. I love different predictions. I love just discussing arm wrestling. I just love it. This is fantastic. This is what we want. I just can't wait for Wednesday. I'm going to be so excited when I finish work at 1 p.m. I'm going to be like, I might even get to the hop an hour early and just sit in my car and wait. I'm going to be so excited for this. It'll be unreal. Gabe's money, the old fish and chips of arm wrestling. His money's on Mario. Love it. Yeah, love it. Okay. Joshy, what is my weight class? At the moment, after this bourbon, I sit around 92 kilos. I'm cutting right down. I don't think I'll ever get under 80s, but you've got to understand, I need hip surgery on both hips. Knees need to clean. Both of my knees need to clean out. I struggle to bend and things like that. So I need to lose weight just so my body can hold up. So I want to get to around 83 kilos just for my body to be a bit more comfortable. I'm sitting at about 92 at the moment. 91, 92 on a good day. And I want to keep getting lighter just for my health. So, yeah. I hope that answers his question. Dangear says, yes, I'll be there on Saturday. They are holding a House of Pain session on Saturday. Are you having a super match, Taryn? Are you having a super match? And Saturday, what time? I'll have to find all this out so I can come say g'day. I'm just trying to think if my wife... I know we'll have my niece and nephew. They're having a bit of a sleepover Friday night. Not that you guys care, but that will be unreal. Now, while that's going on, guys... Just start telling me in the comments what did everyone think of the debacle for Travis Bagent and the Monster Michael Todd. Was it a scam? Should everyone just get over it? Tell me what you think now. Tell me everything. Tell me everything that you think's happened. My wife and I were out for lunch and I just politely asked if I could watch it. And I didn't think there'd be a match. That's why I didn't do a video on it. That's why I didn't talk about it. I knew it wouldn't be a match. I knew it'd be something else. Which now makes me think the Mark Henry thing won't be an arm wrestling match now. That's in May. I don't think they'll have an arm wrestling match. I don't think Travis Bagent arm wrestles anymore. I think Travis Bagent, as you saw in his hilarious apology video, Travis Bagent loves making money, which there is nothing wrong with that. Of course, if you want to support the Aussie ArmWrestler, head over to patreon.com and for $2 a month, Aussie ArmWrestler, you can support the channel who puts the money back in, or you can just hit me up. Hopefully I'll get monetized soon and you can super chat me on PayPal and things like that. But anyway, he's in it to make money. And that's fine. And the way he makes money is seminars and things like that. Different sorts of competitions. That's how he makes money. He feels he doesn't really need to pull anymore. So what did everyone think of that? Did anyone watch it? Did anyone watch it live? The way I sit on it, I feel bad that people that spent money to fly there in Waxahachie, Texas. Sounds like a made-up town, Waxahachie. If anyone was involved in duping people out of money, that ain't cool. You know, if you were like promoting that it was going to be a match, I think it was just all Travis. Travis is an adult. Go watch his apology video. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. He basically tells us all to go and get effed. And that's just Travis. And that's what I love about Travis. But people that flew there, it was unbelievable. I found it hilarious. I'm not bothered. I don't think it shines a bad light on the sport of arm wrestling. I just think it was something funny. As Michael Todd says, and we had a small chat about it, it was a swing and a miss. You know, when everyone was gagging for arm wrestling and two of the best ever go at it, and then they pull out a punching bag tester thing. It was just a joke that went wrong. And then, and everyone just lost their mind. I wish I had popcorn. Just so I was trying to go through every single video just to read all the comments. I was just like, I didn't care. Did anyone else care? Don't guess. What have you got? Not sure what time. It'll be at night. No Supermatches. Just getting there. Annie Lee's picking me up from the airport. Awesome. All right. Cool. I'll find all that out, mate, and I'll come down, have a beer with you, and jump on the table and have a bit of fun and welcome you to our home. Tom Day, found it kind of silly. Just came off the wrong way, I think. Not sure if it did anything good for either of their images. I think it's a good point you bring up there, Tom. For me, it was a comment that Rebecca made. Now, Rebecca knows that I love her. And I love what she brings to the channel. But there was a comment along the lines like, oh, now this is what we're talking about. Or she made a comment knowing which kind of put them both under the bus. And it just went wrong. I don't think it does any harm for us, for the sport. It was like 2 weeks' notice. I feel bad. I know some people threw watch parties. So I feel bad for them. You know, if I got all the boys over and we had a barbecue and things like that, I feel bad for them because they turn up and it's a 7-minute video and it's them punching a boxing bag and things like that. I feel bad for people that spent a lot of money. I feel bad for people that super chatted in the comments. I feel bad for them. But it was silly. I think that's the best way to put it. I think, Tom Day, I think you've nailed it on the head. It was a bit silly. Modest Sanjay thinks think it was obnoxious, to be honest. If it was just online, that would have just been, would just be irritating. But I imagine people, yeah. So that's where I get a bit, because, yeah, people flew there. People drove a long way to get there. I'm sure they had a fun night after pulling and drinking beers and things like that. But people wanted to be there live for a sport. In saying that, it was kind of their fault. Not their fault, but they weren't selling tickets. It's not like you flew to the MCG to go watch the Hawks play, and then the Hawks turn around and go, well, actually, we're having a croquet game. Then that's a bit different. So they didn't really go out to dupe people out of their money. Of course, that wasn't their intention because they didn't ask for any money. But yeah, I think Tom's nailed it on the head. I think it was a bit silly. Yeah, I'm with you as now, Nico. Head chef. Yeah, a bit obnoxious. But that's what Travis is. That's who Travis is, and I don't mind. I know Travis doesn't care about the fans. He does want to make money on YouTube. I think his YouTube channel lost quite a few subscribers. I think Michael Todd lost them, but then they come back because, yes, they all said they're going to unsubscribe, but they're all going to slowly come back because they don't want to miss out on the content because Michael Todd just whips out content all the time. I reckon the negative effects, both their YouTube channels are completely warranted. Not to mention, my knowledge, Travis was completely unapologetic. Oh, yeah, go check it out. First of all, he says there's no such thing as arm wrestling fans and tells us all, basically, eat a big bag of dicks. Basically like that. I'm an adult. I found it hilarious. I laughed. Like, when I clicked on his apology video, I was kind of like ready to smile, like when you go to a comedy club, because I knew he wasn't going to apologise. Travis doesn't apologise to anyone, and I knew that, and he just went to 10 and tells everyone he doesn't care what they think, and that's fine. You know what you get with Travis. It's not like he was trying to be polite and then goes and then leaves it, but give yourselves, I think he goes for like 11 minutes. It's quality. Well, go watch the Nancy Locke interview with the Aussie ArmWrestler, then go watch that afterwards. Yeah, I'm with you, Ham Sandwich. If you organised watch parties and you flew out, if you flew from somewhere to go see it, that's who I feel bad for. I feel a bit bad for that. Like, could you imagine if the Aussie ArmWrestler flew over there? I mean, they would have looked after me if I flew across the world to see them. I know Michael Todd would have looked after me. And I know Travis would have looked after me. Well, I don't know. I don't care. But, yeah, it was... I found the apology hilarious. I found the whole thing hilarious. Guys, going back, hit me up. Good Friday. Good Friday. Where are we? Here I am. Good Friday. Come over to my channel after you're supporting this channel, which I really, really appreciate. Go over and what's going to happen is I'm going to do a live stream. And I'm hoping to have some big guests on there. I'm hoping to have Matea, Ryan Bowen, and Lachlan Adair. I understand things come up and that may change. So I'm not really advertising it, but I'm just telling you guys that have just jumped on there, which is good. One thing for everyone in the chat before we finish up, I want to have a chat with you all. Let me know what you want to see on both channels. Let me know. Get Taryn on the live stream. Yeah, absolutely. He's a very interesting character. We spent a weekend together at the Queensland State Titles last year. We both stayed at Blues House. Quite like the guy. Quite very interesting. Yeah, I quite like Taryn. He may be flying or getting ready, but I want to get, like Josh yourself, I want to get you. I want to get Abe on the live stream. Like the first live stream I did, you know, when I went around the country. I want to do another one of those. I want to make some more top 5 videos. But can you guys tell me what you would like for the AAF channel and what you would like for the Aussie ArmWrestler channel? Just let me know and I'll see if I can continue to pump it up. Because, boy, 12 months into it has been unbelievable. I started about 12, 13 months ago, and this thing has just blown up. And I'm so humbled and so grateful that Ready Bang has exploded. People can get, people are buying merch off me. People are supporting Patreon. They're giving me super chat money. They send me videos. So let me know. Do you like the top fives, the movie reviews? Do you like, besides arm wrestling commentating, do you like the live fails and things like that? Guys, you got to let me know. Let me know if you're watching this a bit later on. Let me know in the comments. What would you like to see? I'm doing a bit of work with the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation. A bit of a thanks for being awesome for the last 7-8 years. Phil's fantastic in running the show. Andrew Lee from the Hop. Without him, I'd have nowhere to pull. Not that I'm a good puller, but to get into the arm wrestling world. So I like to give back. So guys, let me know what you reckon. More Aussie super matches filmed. Be really good. Yep, absolutely. And I've been talking to state representatives or just people I know, and I'm hoping. So if you go back, I think I just commentated one match, but I'm going to do a little 2-3 minute video, and I'm going to commentate a whole heap of super matches, like I do on my channel, and I'm going to send that over to the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation channel there, which is good. Chris Heck should live stream from the clubs during practice. So, Chris, I want to do that. But YouTube, they don't shut your channel down. They cut off your live stream if you're playing music for too long. So if you're playing other people's music, first of all, they hit you with copyright claims and copyright infringements. And if you have too many of those, your channel gets shut down. So I would love to live stream from practices. I would love to I want to live stream if I have a super match on. If I have a super match on Wednesday night, I want to live stream it, but we crank the music up. So if I can tell you, if I can turn up and go, turn the music off, let's live stream these super matches and just get everyone making noise, I'm 100% all about live streaming from clubs. I would love to get around the country and live stream. So of course, when I go up to the Gold Coast, I'm going to live stream from there at a practice. If I get to the WA state titles before Anzac Day, I want to live stream before practice, and I'll do it on both channels. So I hope that answers. Great suggestion though, Chris. Josh, how long have I been an arm wrestler and an arm wrestling fan? So, I've been an arm wrestling fan since I was 8 years old. Ever since I first saw Over the Top, I loved arm wrestling. Growing up, I pursued basketball. Was very lucky to play basketball overseas in England and a tiny bit in Greece. Played a game in France, but went over for basketball, ran basketball stadiums and things like that. Came back, moved to Aussie Rules footy. I've only been pulling for maybe 2.5 years. Had the last 12 months off. Not because of COVID. We had something bigger than COVID happen in our household. Those close to us that know. I mean, it's not really, we're not really hiding it. Since the Aussie ArmWrestler started, what people didn't know is my wife was battling cancer. While the Aussie ArmWrestler started and I'm doing podcasts and everything, it would be podcast, take my wife to chemo. Podcast, take my wife to appointments and things like that. Guys, you have no idea. Without the Aussie ArmWrestler's wife, there is no Aussie ArmWrestler. Without her, I want to get her on live streams and things like that, but she's a bit camera shy. But I will get her on a live stream one day. So I've been, so I'm back pulling a little bit at the moment. Want to do more, but obviously the Aussie ArmWrestler stuff's taking over, which I love. I would love to be sitting there, headset, Neil pickup, WAL, that's the goal, or even Arm Wars. That's my number one goal. That's what I'm going for. I don't want to be number one in Australia. My number one goal is to commentate with Neil pickup in a WAL format, which I'm hoping to get there. And I can't get there with you guys, without you guys. If you guys don't pump the WAL and say they need to hire me and things like that, because Steve knows about me, Steve Kaplan, the president, we have a chat here and there. Once things get a bit more rolling for the WAL, he's going to come on the show. That's my number one goal. So arm wrestling fan basically my whole life. But when it comes to actually pulling, not that long. I've got spaghetti arms. Oh, Cobra Rose. Wowee. Cobra Rose has just jumped in to say g'day. Aussie. Guys, first of all, Cobra Rose is a legend of the sport. Head over to Cobra Rose's channel. He's doing some amazing things, not only on his channel, but doing some stuff with Uncle John. Everyone knows how much I'm a fan of Uncle John. Apologies to anyone that clicked in and thought it was... But yeah, guys, check this out. Like, don't worry about talking to me. Cobra Rose has jumped in the chat. Everyone say g'day to Cobra Rose. The guy's a living legend. Multiple-time world champion, reality TV star. The guy looks like Predator. Hand controlled to the max. Say g'day to Cobra Rose. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you jumping in the chat. Cobra's time is very valuable. He was awesome on the live stream with Neil Pickup. Yeah, Cobra, you know I've got nothing but love for you. Yeah, absolutely, Tom Day and Modest Handshake. Absolutely live stream that audio. I'm happy to turn off the audio. Could throw a copyright free playlist on. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That'll work, not good. Thank you, Abe. Shout out to my wife. And my wife has jumped in on the comments. She can obviously hear me while she's watching math, so I must be interrupting on that one. Yeah, I keep getting distracted, man, because Cobra Road's in the comments. Like, Cobra and I chat when we can, and Cobra knows I want him on my show. And when Cobra has the time, he's more than happy to jump on the show. But go and watch his stuff with Uncle John and his channel because, yeah, one, he's entertaining as hell. He's a cool dude. He's a funny dude. The dude has got stories that I really want to sink my teeth into with him. The guy could just sit there and one, he can tell a story. That's what makes good stories. He can tell a story. Yeah, Cobra's the man. Guys, jump in the comment. You got no idea. I'm just blown away. No one's saying g'day, Cobra. Matt Connolly, number one goal is to get third on left arm tournament. You're not getting my one. Not a chance. Not a chance. Number one sought after trophy in the world. It's actually sitting next to my wife at the moment. Yeah, unbelievable stuff, guys. This has been unreal. Cobra's jumped in to say g'day. Cobra knows how much love I've got for him, which is fantastic. Hollywood, Matt, yeah, I think, well, it should be happening. I should be hosting / commentating. Neil's in England. Their COVID situation's really horrible. Basically, it's me and either me and someone else. And yeah. So basically, I'll be commentating for the whole day. For those that are in Queensland, no, I can commentate for 7 hours straight, not a problem. We have over 300 matches. More than happy to commentate. So if we're going to have multiple tables and I roam around, not a problem. I'm hoping to bring some sort of film crew. I know my brother wants to fly up with me. He's a huge arm wrestling fan. He wants to fly up with me and do some filming. So if anyone wants to be a part of that, I'm looking to invest in some camera stuff and just make this epic. I can't wait for it. Cobra, if you're still in the chat, you better come to Australia, my man. Beers are on me. Over the Top is still scheduled for November. Absolutely, Cobra. Absolutely. Of course, everything is COVID dependent at the moment. Gold Coast seems to be fine at the moment. Kind of. But yeah, still scheduled November 20-something, late November. Whatever the last Saturday in November is. 24th or something like that. It's scheduled for there. Nothing's changed at the moment. As soon as there's an update, it's going to be unreal. Oh, man. I hope you get over, Cobra. I hope you get over. When I say get over, I hope you come over, man, and explore Australia. The Aussie ArmWrestler will definitely share you a beer or whatever your drink of choice is. Yeah, Presidential Phil would be silly not to contact you already, Cobra. You would have been very high on his list in order to get over. Yeah, you've just got the whole package. So that will be unreal. You've got no idea. Once again, guys, if you've jumped in all the chats, go support all the other channels that are going on in the chat. Really appreciate everything that's been going on in the world of Australian arm wrestling. Let me know what you'd like for me to do on the Australian Arm Wrestling Federation channel. Let me know what you would like for me to do on the Aussie Arm Wrestling channel. Obviously, start hitting the comments and saying, Cobra, once you've done all your stuff with Uncle John, come on the Aussie Arm Wrestler channel. And guys, I'm going to get Uncle John on the AAF channel because he is one cool dude. We're two similar people. He's doing some fantastic things over, and I want Australia to meet him if you're not already a fan of Uncle John's arm wrestling. He's the guy that's doing all the PRs, starting all the PR channels. So I'm a huge fan of Uncle John. We speak quite frequently. Like I mentioned 1,000 times, Cobra's doing some sick, absolutely hashtag Uncle John rocks. Doing some fantastic things with Cobra. But guys, that'll do. Let's wrap it up. We all know I will talk forever and ever and ever and ever. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Love everything. Good Friday. About 9 a.m. Come over to the Aussie Arm Wrestler channel. I'm going to do a live stream there. We're going to talk about some things. I'm going to have some guests on the live stream. Make sure you all say goodbye to Cobra, who's taken his time out to jump in the chat. Cobra Rose, appreciated every single person. Josh, Matt Connolly, Nick, Tom, Day, Taryn, everyone that's been in the chat at the table. I really appreciate you guys. Sergio jumped in for a while. Guys, really appreciate everything that you've done. Really appreciate it. Shout out Cobra. You keep distracting me, man. Thank you very much, guys. And as always, ready, bang!